ready to go. You ain't wanted here. Go watch part 1. What is up, beautiful people? Thank you for tuning back into my channel. If you're new, welcome. It's all love, peace, and positivity over here. And if you are a returning watcher, welcome back, because baby girl, I miss you. Oh my god, I've been meaning to record this video for so long. I just haven't been in, like, you know, the mental space. One thing I've learned is that I really have to want to do something if I'm gonna do it. Yeah, I might have the idea in my head and I might have everything planned out, but if when it's time for me to do my makeup, get ready, record or whatever, and I'm just not feeling it, I can't do the video. Like, there's no way in hell I could do it. Finally, she's here. Makeup is done. Like, hair is coiled. Like, she's looking like a baddie, like a certified baddie, because baby girl, you know that's right. You know that's right. But anyway, I don't even know where I was going with this intro, but thank y'all for clicking. This is part 2 to my breast reduction video. If you have not seen part 1, what are you doing? You need to go watch that, because this video is not gonna make any sense if you don't go and watch it. I talk about my experience, why I chose to have a breast reduction, what led me, how did I find my calling for my breast reduction. Yeah, go watch part 1. It's all about my experience, my life experience, and what led to me deciding to finally go ahead and get the breast reduction, because trust me, I've had some bumps in the road. I tried 3 times to get this breast reduction surgery. 3 times. They say 3rd time's the charm. They say 3rd time's the charm. But baby girl, let's just get right into this video because I'm talking too much. Okay, so first things first, what is a breast reduction? A breast reduction is a surgical procedure where fat and excess skin is removed from the chest area because a patient, it might be due to medical reasons, or it could be because a patient they're having discomfort with having, you know, the really big breast, and they want the surgery to alleviate that discomfort. You don't need to have a medical condition in order to qualify for a breast reduction. If you are somebody where you are just unhappy with your breasts are uneven, it's hard for you to wear clothes, it's hard for you to do certain activities, it's hard for you to feel like you can be yourself or try out new things, explore who you are because of your big breasts, then a breast reduction is for you. Or at least it's an option. Like, I know for me, having my big breasts, I always felt like I couldn't do any of the things that I wanted to do. And half of the time, it might not even be something that I wanted to do. It could have just been something for me to try out and later on realize, oh, this is actually something I like. Oh, this is something I don't like. Like, in high school, like I said in my part 1, I didn't play any sports. I didn't do anything because I was just so afraid and so embarrassed that my boobs just be jiggling up and down all day during the game or whatever, and people are gonna be looking at me, and I just don't want to deal with that. I already have had enough attention on me because of my breasts. I don't need any extraness. I don't want to deal with that. So I just stayed in my lane. I stayed in my zone. I did what I had to do, focus on school. I didn't do any other activities, and I just went about my day. And yeah, I'm suffering the consequences now because your girl is not active. She tries, but she's not. She's not. She's not. Who can get a breast reduction? If you are unhappy with your breasts, you can get a breast reduction. If you are suffering from maybe like the indentation from your bras, if you have back pain, if you have stomach pain, if you have self-esteem issues because of your breasts, if you're just overall unhappy and feel like you can't complete daily activities, you feel like you can't do the basic things in life, you can't do any new things or exciting things, or you just really feel like you're stuck in one place and you just can't do anything because of your breasts, then a breast reduction is for you. Now, I'm not saying because you meet all of those qualifications, you will definitely get a breast reduction. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, if you meet these qualifications, a breast reduction is an option for you. It is something that you can look into, do your research on, and see if this is something you would actually consider going through with. Everyone's favorite question. How much is a breast reduction and how can I afford it? So on average, a breast reduction can cost anywhere between, I want to say $5,000 to maybe $7,000, somewhere in between there. This is just a rough estimate. From what I've seen, that's the price range that most surgeons use to determine their price for the surgery. Now, last time I checked, I don't think everybody has $5 to $7 grand just laying around. Like, hey, I want a breast reduction tomorrow. Okay, cool. Just take my cord. I got the no. Like, it don't be like that for everybody, which is why some people have insurance. Now, something I feel like a lot of people don't know, a lot of people do get their breast reduction paid by their insurance. Like, a lot of people are not paying out of pocket. And I say this because like I said, I've done my own research. You too, do your own research. I've seen several stories, I've read several reviews, and I've just been in the whole community. I've read about a lot of different people's experiences and stuff like that. And a majority of them had their surgery paid for by insurance. Now, the insurance might not have covered everything, but insurance definitely did play a big role in whether or not they were able to afford the surgery or not. So my advice to you is to figure out, if you don't know what health insurance you have, and check and see if they cover breast reductions. Some insurance companies cover it, some don't cover it, some cover it partially. Do your own research, figure out what your insurance covers. If your insurance doesn't cover breast reduction, you might want to look into finding a new insurance company that will help, you know, with the cost and the coverage and stuff like that. If your insurance does cover breast reductions, what's important for you to do is to figure out what it is you would need to get the approval. So you can't just go to a doctor, do your consultation, have them take pictures, they send the pictures to the insurance company. More times than not, you're just gonna get denied, especially if you don't have any history, any documentation supporting, you know, your history with your breast and your back pain and your shoulder pain and all of that stuff. These insurance companies, they love details, they love documentation, and they love dates. So if a breast reduction is something you know is not something you would do now, but maybe you might do it in maybe 2 years or in 5 years or maybe after you have your children. If that's you, what I can suggest is whenever you do go to the doctor, your OB, your PCP, let them know that, you know, a breast reduction is something you're thinking about. That way they can document if you're complaining of back pain, shoulder pain, any kind of pain or any kind of uncomfortness or discomfort. Is that a word, uncomfortness? You know what I'm saying. That way they can document anything and it can always help your case. So for me, I'm covered under my mom's insurance, and luckily, by the grace of God, they cover breast reductions. Like I said in part 1 of my video, the first time I submitted my claim to the insurance company back in October of 2018, I was denied. I'm pretty sure I was denied because literally, like I said before, I just went to the doctor, I did my consultation, they took my pictures, they sent the pictures, and I got denied. There was like no letters of support, no documentation from my previous doctors. It was, you need to have a lot of documents to support your case. You can't just apply for them to pay for your stuff and not let them know why it is that you want the breast reduction. What have you been going through all these years? Why should they cover it? Is this really medically necessary? How is this going to improve your life? Stuff like that. The second time I submitted my application to my insurance company, I want to say this was March of 2020. Yeah, so March 2020, I submitted my second application to the insurance company for them to pay for my surgery, and that was the one that got approved. And one of the biggest reasons as to how my application got approved, get your pen, get your paper, whatever you want, and write this down. I had letters of support. Now, letters of support. This is something I honestly I have to thank my doctor for this, and his whole office. They really helped me, you know, they really did help me to try and make sure my insurance did approve my application. I was able to go forward with the procedure. But basically, what I needed were 3 letters of support. I got letters from 3 different doctors basically supporting me and wanting to have a breast reduction. You know, I've complained to them over the years or whatever, and they themselves believe that I will be a good candidate for the surgery. I was able to get a letter from my PCP, my OB, and from the surgeon himself. That letter that he wrote, I want to say like seal the deal for your girl. But yeah, I had 3 letters of support along with the pictures and, you know, all the stuff that they need to have together that they send over to the insurance company. And in like 2 weeks, I got my approval letter, which is so crazy to me because the first time I submitted my claim, it took like a month and some. It took a long time for me to get that letter back, but my stuff got approved within like 2-3 weeks, and it was ready to go. These titties was ready to go. And on the day of my surgery, I only had to pay a copay of $200, which is nothing compared to the $5+ grand the surgery probably would have cost. Of course, I had to pay for my own medication, but that's like a given unless you have insurance that covers for, you know, medication and prescriptions and stuff like that. Also very important for you to check, please check with your insurance company, see what you're covered for. If you're not covered for a lot of things, you might want to think about switching insurance companies. How to find a doctor and book a consultation. There's this website called ZocDoc. The first time I tried to get my breast reduction, I definitely used that website. I know on that website you're able to like enter in what kind of insurance information you have and the doctors that, you know, accept that insurance, what doctors don't accept it, all of that stuff, the doctors in your area. So it's a really good website. You should definitely check it out. Normally consultations are free, but some doctors do charge. So make sure whatever doctor you book, make sure you ask them, is there a fee? Is it free? Like, what's going on? Because you don't want to end up going to that appointment and they're like, you owe $500. Like, for what though? Like, I didn't even say you was doing my surgery and I gotta pay $500. Like, what are the risks or the negative sides to a breast reduction? With any surgery, there's gonna be risk. Just be careful, make sure you eat well, you're being healthy, especially before the surgery. Just take care of your body. If you have any medical conditions, make sure your surgeon is aware of them. Any allergies, anything. If you have anything going on with you, make sure your doctor knows. If you smoke, if you drink, if you do anything, make sure your doctor knows, because you never know if one little thing that you left out, God forbid, could just have a negative turn, and we don't want that. We want everyone who wants to get a breast reduction to be happy with their results. We just want everyone to be good. We want y'all to live your life flourishly, be bad bitches all day, every time. That's what we really want. There's definitely gonna be scarring. Like, there's no way to get around that. You're being cut open, you're gonna have scars. I do know that there are some scar creams out there to help with scarring. I really don't use scar cream. I did use this one bottle of scar cream. I kind of forgot the name of it, but did it work for me? Not really. It was $100, and like, I personally don't care about the scars. It's not visible. Even if I was to wear like a revealing top, you wouldn't really see it unless you're like all up in the tits and everything. Like, there's no way you're gonna see it. So I don't really care about scarring, but if that's something you're concerned about, definitely look into some scar creams. I know for me, I use Uri. That's like the real African shea butter. Every time I take a shower, I just like rub on my nipples, rub underneath, because that's where my scarring is. And yeah, that's really all I do. Like I said, I don't care about the scarring. I could care less. Like, I really don't care. Ain't nobody gonna see it. I don't have no man. Even if I had a man, he wouldn't care, because he's gonna love me and all of my body and everything that I have to offer, because that's my man, okay? Let me stop. There is a chance that you will lose sensation in your nipples. Yeah, girl. I mean, I've never been one for nipple play, but if that's something that you're into, make sure you know. There is a possibility you could lose your sensation in your nipples. You could also have hypersensitivity in your nipples. Everyone is different. That's just something to keep in mind. There's also a chance that your breasts will not look the same. And when I say not look the same, like, one could be bigger than the other, one could be higher than the other. Everybody's different. Just take this all into consideration. Do your research. Make sure you trust your doctor. Make sure you've seen the work they've done before. You really got to do your research. This is where research comes in. You don't want to get fucked up and choose a doctor that leaves you botched. We don't want that. We don't want that. There is also a possibility that you will not be able to breastfeed after this procedure. Several different surgeons use several different methods when it comes to breast reduction. When it comes to any surgery, actually, every surgeon has their own procedure and like their own ways that they like to do certain surgeries. You do have to take into account that if your breasts are really big and a lot of fat will be taken out, there is a chance that your milk ducts will be fried and you will not be able to breastfeed. There are other ways for doctors to do the procedure without frying your milk ducts. Research, look into the other procedures. There are different ways that people can do it. It all depends on you. It all depends on how much fat you want to remove, and it all depends on the size of your breast, and of course your doctor, whichever procedure that they prefer to do. So please do your research and look into that. There's a bunch of other negative sides and things that could go wrong with the breast reduction. Do your research, look into it. There's plenty of information on the internet. How to prepare for a breast reduction. So if you were approved for the surgery by insurance, normally they handle all like the finances and the paperwork and stuff like that. Your doctor will contact you whenever all that stuff is handled. If you are paying out of pocket, I don't know, you might be setting up a payment plan with your doctor. You might be paying everything in full. Normally you do have to pay for it first, then they can like start the process for the surgery. You do go through pre-op. So pre-op is when you speak with the doctor. You guys are just going to talk about how the procedure is going to go, what it is for you to expect. I know with my doctor, he explained to me the kind of procedure he was going to do. I forgot the name of the procedure, like what it's called, but he did explain to me how everything was going to go. He was going to cut under the boob, he was going to cut the nipple, and he was going to lift it up while still removing all the fat. We also spoke about different foods I can eat, I shouldn't eat, no fish oils, no green tea, anything like that. And also, because my surgery was during the pandemic, my post-op appointment was actually through FaceTime. So it was interesting, it was cool. Like, it's so funny, someone with my doctor, like, who you know, like, what's up, doc? Like, I need something, what's up? I just call him, like, it's that great. It's that great. But yeah, if you've been doing your research, you should already know what it is that you need for the breast reduction. You would have already spoken with your doctor, the PCA, the nurses. You have an idea of what to expect the day of surgery and what to expect when you wake up and your first day is home. So just make sure you're prepared. Listen to what your doctor says. Don't smoke if they say don't smoke. I'm pretty sure you can't take any aspirin, but Tylenol is okay. Just research, listen to your doctor, and everything should go smoothly. How is recovery? I'm pretty sure I explained my whole recovery process back in part 1 of my video. Go watch part 1! But I'll give like a quick little summary. I do remember when I woke up, I was in a lot of pain. It was mostly pressure, but it was like cement was on my chest and I could breathe, like I was fine. It was just like, I don't know, it was like I wasn't expecting it. It was like I woke up and I looked down. I could barely really look down, like I couldn't even move my head. I had like the oxygen mask on, and I just remember feeling pressure and feeling pain, and I'm like, I don't think I should feel like this. It was normal, girl. Like, I done just had my whole chest cut open from literally here all the way here. Like, I don't know if the camera's picking it up. Like, literally from here all the way here. I had just been cut open. So, of course, I'm going to be in pain and all this pressure. I call for the nurse. She gives me oxy. Maybe like 30 minutes later, I'm feeling fine. I still feel a little bit of pressure, but I'm fine. I'm able to like, I can move my head and I'm not like dozing off like every 5 seconds. I am dozing off, but not all the time. They gave me food. I got crackers, cranberry juice, something else. I definitely drank the cranberry juice because I really love me some cranberry juice. My mouth was a little bit dry. I felt like I had cotton mouth. But yeah, I was fine. Eventually they took me, they helped me out of my bed. I did have to walk to the bathroom, use the bathroom, and walk back to my bed by myself to show that I'm able to, like, you know, do the basic things. The nurses, they help me get dressed and they walk me out. I see my mom takes me, my mom is walking me over to the car. I literally almost passed out trying to get inside the car because I was so hungry. You know, if you're having surgery, you're not supposed to eat from 12 midnight the night before. And I had eaten like around maybe 9, 10 o'clock the night before my surgery, so I was hungry. So by the time I get to the car, I just like I don't know what happened, but I was so weak because I was just so hungry. My mom was able to get me into the car, and luckily we have sugar packets in the car, and my mom's a nurse, so she opened the sugar packet and she just like on my tongue. That definitely woke me up. I'm like, but why are you putting sugar on my tongue? She was like, your blood sugar was probably low, girl. Like, you ain't eat, you said surgery. So we get some chicken, eat the chicken on the car. I'm feeling better. I get home, and from there I'm just laying in bed, mind my business. Like, ain't really much for me to do. I don't really want to do anything. I just want to stay in bed, go to sleep. I just want to be comfortable and go to sleep. Like, that's really all I cared about then. It was like that for the first couple of days. I was fine. If I had pain, I took my pain pills. I was eating. I wasn't eating, but I was eating. Yeah, like, I mean, I was fine. Nothing terrible happened. The only thing I can say, one of the medications that I took really wasn't for me. It gave me a headache for like 5 days nonstop. I couldn't eat. Me, Chick-fil-A, if you know me, you know I love me some Chick-fil-A. You know I love me some Chick-fil-A. I couldn't even eat the Chick-fil-A. Me buying Chick-fil-A and not eating it? Me? Yeah, that's how you know something was wrong. But eventually, you know, I was better and never took those medications again. But yeah, recovery was fine for me. I want to say maybe like 2 days after my surgery, I was out and about, going out with my mom in the car. Well, it was still the pandemic, so we wasn't really out, but like if we needed to get like groceries or we needed to just go somewhere quickly, I would go with her because I don't want to be in the house by myself. Like, I just had surgery, like, I don't want to be alone. So, you know, I was able to go. I was wearing her clothes because I just really like her dresses. And, you know, I was fine. I was fine. Everything was fine. I was good. I was really good. I'm grateful. Now I feel great. But I do have some more information on breast reductions. I didn't say everything in this video. A lot of this stuff, it'll be better if you read it than for me to just reiterate it to you. So you can check the description down below. I will have a link if you would like a writing of all the information that I've gathered and compiled together if a breast reduction is something that you're interested in. Once again, I cannot stress this enough. If you want a breast reduction, please do your own research. Do not only use this video for reference. Please, please, please do your own research and really figure out if this is something that you actually want to do and if that this is the right decision for you. There's tons and tons and tons and tons of videos, tons and tons and tons of articles and readings and everything on breast reduction online. Please go read it, watch the videos, and get this information for yourself, okay? My video is only here to help you in your journey, but please do your own research and look elsewhere. I beg you, please do your research. But yeah, that is the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Any ideas that you have, if there's anything that you want to see from me, please comment down below. Let me know what you want to see. If you're not subscribed already, what are you doing? What are you doing? Go ahead, click that subscribe button, turn on your post notifications. Thank you so much for watching. And yeah, peace and blessings.